Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Consider this to be an emergency broadcast. I'm looking at all the numbers for our genomics watch list. Things are not looking pretty, so I have a bit of a wake-up call to deliver to most of our viewers. Of course, these are my personal opinions, not financial advice, so please give me your feedback after you listen to this video. Let's get started. Welcome back, friends. One of the things that I learned is that our emotions should not guide investments, and the painful lesson came to me from Tesla. So I had a lot of Tesla. I had loaded up on Tesla. This year I have lost around $36,000 just on Tesla alone. Of course, I made money on other aspects. The portfolio is not too bad, but I have not yet fully recovered from the Tesla loss. And when I look at the markets, Tesla is doing extremely well. It has done extremely well. It defies my logic. But one of the factors was that I did not like the way Elon Musk was behaving. And that influenced a great deal my decision on Tesla. Now, I'm bringing a parallel of that to genomics, because if we are very ideologically wedded to genomics, and if we just focus on genomic stocks, regardless of everything, then we are likely to be in a world of pain. And today, I want to bring you guys a wake-up call, which is a wake-up call for me also, because I am also a genomics investor. But fortunately, I have not been very dogmatic about investing in genomics, and I've had a balanced portfolio with a smaller portion allocated to genomics. And I also took profits whenever possible with CRISPR. So I don't hold CRISPR in my hands right now. So let us go and have a look at the TradingView platform, and I would be able to better explain how horrific the situation is for genomic investors. And then towards the end, we'll discuss what we could do about it. So here we are on the TradingView platform, looking at the genomics watch list that we have, and you will see that PACB has been underperforming for a long time. If you look at the date out here, 17th of April onwards, it has been in a range-bound pattern, and then it had dropped from 10.52 on 26th of December 2023, and right now it's at 1.53. That's almost a 90% value loss. How can one palette this and still stay invested? If you do dollar cost averaging, you're just catching a falling knife, and it continues to cut you. No movement, no growth. You could have held gold and it's done much better off, or you could have held some other asset class, or you could have even held the Mag 6 or Mag 7. If you didn't do that, examine if it is because you're ideologically wedded to the concept of genomics and you think the only way to make money is through genomic stocks. That, I think, is a fallacy. Now, let us look at our next one, Bluebird. This is a story of disaster. Look at how much it has dropped. Let me just take this measuring wedge and go from there to now. We have lost 94.93% value, and we still do not know if it can be recovered. And those three therapies that have been monetized, even those could not help the company. So imagine how difficult the situation is. Next, let's look at Ginkgo Bioworks. Again, I had invested time and again on Ginkgo Bioworks, but right now I don't have any. I haven't had any for quite a while now, because I felt that Ginkgo Bioworks was not the right choice for me. And I'm going to show you how much we have lost in Ginkgo Bioworks. We have lost approximately, let me make this smaller. Let us not be too perfect. Let's go from here to here. We have lost around 93% of value out here. 93%. That is, your dollar has become 7 cents. It's that bad. Now let us look at Prime. Prime also has lost significant value. Let's go from here onwards up to here. 76.96%. And it's a new IPO. It's a relatively new company. Allogene has lost significant value. Again, I bet it's going to be a huge order. Let us see what it is exactly. 63.94%. That's a lot of loss of value. And then let us look at Beam Therapeutics. Beam Therapeutics, I'm not even taking all-time high. I'm just taking recent high. And if you look at that, it's around 47.52% below where it was. And Intelia, regardless of all the good news and other things that we get about Intelia, Intelia has dropped almost 58.55% in the last period from 28th of February onwards, when we have taken the last high price. So it's not looking great either. Editas has lost significant value. If you look at it, it's lost around 78.12% from 29th of February 2024 to date. And Altimmune, this is another company in which I have invested because I'm quite convinced that it's going to be a really great product that it has, pemvidutide, and I'm holding on to it, but I offloaded half of my holdings for profit, and the other half I could not offload because I was in Cancun, didn't have access to my trading account, so it is still sitting in my account. But as soon as I get an opportunity, I'm going to unload the pemvidutide project. I'm going to let go of Altimmune. I think this diagonal line of resistance is going to be very difficult for it to cross over. I don't want to wait forever because we are entering into a very turbulent market. Look at Caribou Biosciences, how much value it has lost. If you see from 27th of February 2024 to now, it has lost around 76.52% in value. And the best of the best, CRISPR Therapeutics. And if you look at CRISPR Therapeutics, it has lost around 47.40% since 28th of February 2024. So even CRISPR Therapeutics has lost a lot of value, even though the loss of value in CRISPR is much less than the other genomic companies. 48% is still a lot, which means you started with $1 and you're now left with 52 cents. That's not good. And then if you look at ARC-G, which represents the entire genomic sector, if you take how much it has lost 31.81% in value since 27th of February 2024. So you would have been better off with ARC-G as compared to individual stock pickings that we have. And then if you look at Grail, I would rather skip Grail and just go directly to Illumina. If you look at Illumina, it has done much better than the others, but still very recently it lost some value. It was languishing before. I think if we go to the February 2024 time frame, we were out here. Illumina has improved its position by 8.04%. Again, the logic is that it has got products that are in the market that are being used. They are selling the shovels and spades to build the genomic highway. So they're definitely going to make money. But that's not the case for PACB. PACB is totally different. And then we have Verve. Verve Therapeutics had a huge gap down which it could not recover from. So from 28th of February onwards, it has fallen down to 76.30%, which means your dollar of investment in February 2024 is now worth around 24 cents. That is terrible. So that is the situation that we are finding ourselves in if we continue to stay with genomics. Well, then we have to ask ourselves the question, why are we investing in genomics? What is it that we are looking forward to in genomics? What is our objective in investing in the first place? Are we investing to retain value? Are we investing to multiply our capital? Are we investing for a steady income? Are we investing to hedge against some other asset class that we have? Check what is the motivation behind your investing in genomics. I did that a long time ago and I concluded that genomics should not deserve 100% of my portfolio. I just had a small portion of my portfolio in there. But whenever possible, I took profits as well so that I do not end up holding just the reds. You need to ask yourself the same questions that I did. Maybe you already asked that question because most of our viewers are quite smart and many of you must have already migrated out of genomics and into other asset classes. And I think our channel also has got to do those kind of maneuvers, and we have to follow other things and always have an eye on genomics. So right now, if you look at what I have done after I came back from my vacation, I'm looking more at other asset classes like gold, treasury ETFs, and I also spoke about my research on energy ETFs, including nuclear. So I'm looking at all those areas because I'm thinking that going forward, we are definitely going to have problems in the economy. As far as US economy is concerned, we don't know whether it's going to get into a recession or into a lot of inflation. Some people are talking about stagflation. So nobody knows what's going to happen out there. But the fact remains that most of the shares which are making money are super valued. So that bubble has to burst sometimes. And then when you look at Genomics, Genomics is in really pathetic condition. And will any capitalist put money in Genomics at this point of time? In companies like Bluebird, if they want to get some money in order to tide over and restructure themselves, all those prospects seem quite difficult. And on top of that, we have the possibility that RFK Jr. is going to be having a good deal of influence on how drugs are approved and used in United States. If that is the case, then there could be the risk of delay or non-approval of certain drugs. So that whole possibility hangs on out there for Genomics. So the question is, how do we proceed further? As far as I am concerned, almost, I think a year ago, I started trimming my Genomics positions, taking profits wherever possible. And I resisted the temptation of entering into CRISPR at $50. For almost 2 months, I was talking about entering into it anywhere below $50. But I did not, because I was invested in FNGU and I was making money in Mag 5, Mag 6. I didn't want to increase my allocation in Genomics. So I made profits on CRISPR, but I don't have CRISPR right now. The areas where I'm stuck are Altimmune. It's one of those companies where I'm stuck with genomic stocks. The other place I am in is Illumina, which is again profitable. Illumina seems profitable in my portfolio. But this week I might take a decision whether I want to keep it or I want to sell it, because the genomic sector is going to have trouble. And if the healthcare sector is going to go more towards the wellness angle, then I think sales of gene sequencing and other equipment might also get an impact. So I might probably dispose of Illumina. This is my thought process. And friends, I'm talking to you very frankly, without any hesitation. I'm speaking my mind to you because most of you have been looking at genomics for a long time, and you have got, some of you are working in the field as well. I would like your feedback in the comment section for the benefit of not only me, but our entire genomics investor base in the channel. I would like to hear all of your views. Please let me know what you think is the prospect of genomics sector. Is it still worthwhile being invested in genomics, or is it time to trim the losses and move ahead? Or are you thinking about the dangerous concept of dollar cost averaging, which I consider at this point of time is like catching a falling knife? Of course, friends, these are my personal opinion, not financial advice. I could be horribly wrong. I have been wrong many times. But then our channel doesn't claim to know everything. We are a retail investor channel. I'm a retail investor. I'm sharing my thoughts. I'm looking forward to hearing from our community out here so that I can understand how the rest of you look at it. With that, my friends, I'd like to bring this video to an end. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.